Hi everybody, this is Maureen Wong for YourNextStamp.com. Today we're going to be making this cute little shaker card, and it has space on the back for you to write your message before you seal it up. And you can either attach it to a card or you can just give it as it is for a fun little note. So let's get started. Okay, we're using the big birthday balloon dies, and I'm using this big balloon, and I've already gone ahead and cut it from a piece of pattern paper. And then I'm going to be taking the Party Animals stamp set, and I'm going to be using the cupcake image and the Make-A-Wish sentiment. Now I'm going to line those up on top of my balloon how I want them to stamp out, with the sentiment on top and the cupcake on the bottom. And then I'm going to go ahead and pick them both up with my small Martha Stewart footed stamp press. And then I'm going to get out my VersaFine Onyx Black ink and ink those both up. And I'm not going to be coloring it or anything, so I'm going to go with my favorite black ink for this, which is the VersaFine. And just stamp that down. And unfortunately, you can see that I made a mistake inking and I didn't get the whole image, so I had to poke my head all the way into the shot to reline up that stamp with the image. And now I'm checking to make sure that it didn't get a double stamp, and I didn't, so yay! And that's the finished front of the balloon element, and you can go ahead and write your sentiment on the back before you seal it up. Now you can see I've got my wood burning tool out and it's already on and heating up, and I've got a piece of page protector. I tried this with other types of plastic, including the plastic that your stamp sets come in, but that one heats up, not heats up, it melts really fast and did not do a very good job for the shaker. So I just put my balloon down there on the back of the sheet protector, and I'm putting down a mixture of glitter and sequins and seed beads for my shaker, and then I'm closing the top of the page protector over that. And now here comes the secret to getting a nice shape. I'm going to use the balloon die as a guide for my wood burning tool. So I just line that up exactly over the paper, and I start tracing around the outside, not the inside. Trace around the outside, and you want to go slowly enough that you're sealing and cutting it at the same time. So it's going to take a little bit of practice to get to know your wood burning tool and what speed to go at, but you know, it's not an exact science if you don't get it the first time. Like here I'm checking and it didn't come apart, so I'm just going to run my wood burning tool around that edge again, and then eventually when you get the right amount of pressure and heat, it will seal and cut, and you can peel away that extra sheet protector. Be very careful when you're switching the position of your fingers, because the die is metal, so it does take on a little bit of the heat from the wood burning tool, so that's just a note of caution. You could stick it down with tape instead and then just move the tape and finish cutting and sealing areas that were covered by the tape. But I found it was easy enough to just use my fingers, and there I'm testing it again, and it did come off. And now I'm testing really carefully to make sure it's not too hot to put my fingers on it. And here I'm going to do something a little crazy, and that is I'm going to use my left hand with my wood burning tool, because I'm right-handed, I'm not ambidextrous. But I figured, you know, it's a very simple shape, and it's really easy to just use the balloon die as a guide to press the wood burning tool against that. What you might want to do though is turn your object so that you can get the right angle for you to cut. I wouldn't actually suggest doing it with the hand that you're not normally used to using. Now I'm testing to make sure that it's all coming apart, and there was one little part there that wasn't coming apart, so I just freehanded a little bit around that edge, but it gave me kind of a little wonky cut there. So for this top part where it's still connected, I actually did get out my die again so that I would have a guide to run the wood burning tool against there. And sorry about my head poking into the shot, but I needed to line up the die exactly where I had it before. And there you go. It's completely sealed and cut out, and you can see here that the items inside do shake. There's a little bit of room in the plastic. It doesn't fuse down completely flat because you have objects in there, especially with the seed beads. And then you'll need to remember to write on it before you seal it if you want something on the back there, or if you're going to attach it to your card, then you don't need to do that. So I hope you like that project, and we hope to see you over at yournextstamp.com. Thank you very much for watching.